welcome to a micro episode of the Subbeacon, sponsored by Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free, while other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade. Robinhood doesn't charge any commission fees, so you can trade stocks and keep all of your profits. Plus, there is no account minimum deposit needed to get started, so you could start investing at any level. The simple, intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy-to-understand charts and market data and place a trade in just 4 taps on your smartphone. You can also view stock collections such as 100 Most Popular. With Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio. Discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, and get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest. Robinhood is giving listeners of the Subbeacon a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help you build your portfolio. Sign up at subbeacon.robinhood.com. I'm Victor Mattis, along with Sonny Bunch and Jonathan V. Last. Just a quick reminder, full episodes of the Subbeacon are available every Thursday around 11 a.m. Well,
not every Thursday.
Well, we can get to that in the main. Well, we can get to that on Thursday. Gentlemen, the Oscars were last night. Any surprises, Sonny?
Hi, Sonny.
Hey, what's up?
I this morning sat and read your tweet stream from last night.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch the Oscars.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that the Oscars were 1,000,000th of as entertaining as your Twitter stream last night. And I did it all in like 4 minutes. Why would anybody watch the Oscars when they can spend 4 minutes reading your tweets the morning after?
This is a great question. I hope people appreciated my tryout for next year's hosting gig because I feel like I killed it.
It was amazing.
And I didn't even really go
Thank
hard.
Brian Singer, you cowards!
He really was.
It was amazing.
That's who they really wanted to award. That's who they was driving him crazy.
It was amazing because it was like all of these so I think Bohemian Rhapsody won 3 awards. The sound mixing and sound editing, and then Rami Malek. And every time they go up there, they're thanking everyone. You know, it's like this movie was directed by no one. There was like this movie was directed by
from
nobody.
Craft Services was amazing. We really loved him. The best boy, a guy named Jim,
right?
Fabulous.
Don't forget the key
Jim.
grip. Don't forget key grip. Gaffer. So who replaced him as director officially on at the end?
Nobody.
He's the director of record.
You mean if you go to
IMDb,
director? If you go to IMDb right now, it still says Brian Singer?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they
Wow.
couldn't. I mean, they couldn't take him off because of
him.
guild rules. He was required to.
Well, also, he wasn't director for hire. This was his passion project.
This was his for years.
No.
Doesn't get made
No,
for him, right?
I dispute that because he's not a producer on the film, which I found very interesting. Because when all of this started happening, I was like, boy, it's going to be really awkward if he has to go up there and accept any trophies. He's not a producer on the film, and this is the first time he hasn't been the producer on a film in a long time. So it was interesting to me.
Now, you want to get right to the end numbers here, Sonny. People have been wondering for the last 24 hours or so.
Yeah, I won.
The Oscar draft?
I won.
No, because we count the nominations,
I
right?
picked more winners.
We count the nominations. That doesn't matter.
Nominations.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
I know.
So here's the final tally.
Of winners.
Vic has 37 points.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
I thought I had
points.
0.
We're talking
JVL
about points,
has
not winners.
JVL has 63 points. Sonny Bunch has 82 points.
Oh, man, come on.
I did not quite get as much as both of you combined.
No.
Not like after the nomination process.
No, by my count, when we do winners.
So when you
I want to hear about winners.
But winners isn't the thing that's interesting because that's not. We weren't playing. We weren't playing by who got the most actual winners.
Right. No,
we had a scoring.
Who picked up a bunch of meaningless nominations in loser categories with Vice and The Favorite?
If we had just wanted to pick winners, we could have done a normal Oscar, little mark-off box sheet like everyone else does. But no, we did something special and interesting.
Let's just do
And just like the candy draft, I have emerged triumphant again. I'm the king of drafts.
You know, it's
on
questionable.
The Sub-Beacon.
I think let's just do a hypothetical Oscar winners draft.
So
How did you do?
10 winners.
Wow.
Sonny picked 5 and you picked 4.
Wow.
So I picked more winners than you guys combined, despite the fact that I drafted in the number 3 position.
Wow.
I drafted last.
Well, you got the snake. That's the best part.
Yes.
The 3-4. As
I'm
we
always-
discussed on the draft, the 3-4 is the
I'm
best
always
spot.
in the middle. It's the worst.
And the worst. The most
Shake weight?
The most
Are you doing shake
It was
weight?
a shake weight. Yeah.
The most impressive thing is that you managed to do this despite throwing away your first round pick.
Well, as
let's
did you.
talk. Let's talk about our
As
first.
did you,
As did all.
Sonny.
As
No,
did
did
all
you
of
see-
us.
did
So
you-
As
the
did all
number
of
one
us.
picks, our number 1 picks were not good, right?
Terrible.
No, mine were great because I got a lot of nominations, and that got me a lot of points.
Your number 1 pick was Stars Born.
Yes, and it got tons of nominations.
win.
It doesn't matter that it
My
got one
number
win.
1 pick
Yeah.
was Ruth Bader. No, it was
Zero.
Black Panther.
No,
wasn't
basis
it?
of sex.
Was basis
On
of
the
sex.
basis of sex.
Vic, yours, you didn't
First
go lead
man.
with Roma, did you?
No, I
You
thought
led
I
with
did. I
First
thought
Man.
I led
Yeah.
with Roma, but I didn't. Roma was my second pick.
So we were all drafting Sam Bowie. When the Michael Jordans were sitting there.
I was going
waiting
to
for us.
But
say Kwame Brown.
There were no Michael Jordans in this draft, though. I mean, this is the interesting thing. If you look at the winners, I don't think any movie got more than 3 trophies,
Yes.
right?
Well, that's because this was such a strong year for quality filmed entertainment.
That's right.
So it was
that it was just parody across the board
you-
excellence.
just at the top
Here's
of
the
the
thing.
top of the level.
If we started that draft again and you were to go back in time and you say, okay, what's your first pick? And you said Bohemian Rhapsody, we'd laugh at you.
I
Or
believe
if you
Bohemian
picked
Rhapsody
Green
was my
Book.
3rd pick.
Yeah.
No, my number 1 pick was bad, but I believe my top 4 were Basis of Sex, Black Panther,
Black Panther was a great pick.
Green Book, and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
3 of my top 4 picks were gold.
2 surprises for me in terms of snubs, right? So A Star is Born, right, which got
That died on the vine.
the
that
music
movie looked
got
like
best
it was.
song.
best song, and then what was your If Beale Street Could Talk?
If Beale Street Could Talk, which
Surprise-
picked
I
up,
thought that
best,
was going
best
to kill
supporting
it.
best supporting
I know, Barry
actress.
Jenkins,
You
it's
know
going
why
to
it
kill
didn't
it. Barry
do very
Jenkins.
well? No Italians in it.
True. Needed more Italians. Did you hear everyone booing Nick Vallalonga?
I heard it was
Oh,
faint.
you didn't watch.
It was
You
faint.
could,
It
in
was faint.
both when so Green Book winning for best screenplay, best original screenplay was the first, I think, inkling we all had that that this was going to happen. That Green Book was definitely going to win.
Right.
Even though I actually said on our Oscar draft recap show that I thought Green Book would win Best Picture. But
Roma winning best foreign film also, right?
well, Roma
was never
definitely
going to win
gonna
both.
It could have won both. It could have
I
won
thought
both.
it was going
it
to
could have
win
won both, but I think
thought it was
I
going to
think
win
I think
both.
the
Not-
I
didn't
think the
it should, but
resistance.
I thought they would choose it.
I think the resistance to Netflix in the entertainment
interesting.
community
Yeah.
is stronger than any of us really
But
noted
this is
at
also
first
the
because
problem with foreign films. So, I mean, foreign films, the Academy can always reward it with a best foreign film and then feel like they've done their due diligence. They don't have to give it best picture.
right. This is the same with best animated picture. Yeah,
Correct.
But sorry, what
The
were
booing.
we talking about?
The booing.
Yes, the
The booing. Yes, he
From
was.
Vallalonga.
There was a small but persistent booing for
coming
Nick
from
Vallalonga.
where was the booing coming from? Right, that's what I wanted. Those
I have a
because
theory.
they have yes.
I have a theory.
Spike Lee.
Well, the booing is the only real remnant we have of the controversies of surrounding that film. I mean, I have to say when it won Best Screenplay, despite the bad tweet that was resurfaced, as people like to say on Twitter, I think it was all done then. It was in the bag, because if you're going to reward the screenwriter, you're definitely going to give it.
Did you read the Richard Rushfield thing I sent to you about this, Sonny?
About the campaign against Green Book? Yeah. I read it because I've subscribed to his newsletter.
So our buddy Richard Rushfield, who runs The Ankler, to which everybody should subscribe, points out that the story about the screenwriter broke, I forget where, The Cut, and the woman who runs and is the editor of The Cut is married to the guy who is head of award campaigns at Netflix.
Oh, weird. Weird, huh?
Just who knows how? Or I suspect they just have great reporters at The Cut who are out there, able to just digging through 21-year-old pieces of data, just looking. It's amazing.
Okay, I have a question. How did Rami Malek win?
Extra teeth. No, it's because there's so much goodwill towards his sister, Malin Ackerman.
The correct answer here is that for some reason actors love rewarding people who pretend to be singers more than anything else in the whole world.
But impersonations.
Impersonations in general. But
this is going to be great for Taron Egerton.
But like,
I'm picking that already. I'm picking it now.
But there's the Johnny Cash biopic. There was the
there's a history of it.
The Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles. Actors love people pretending to be musicians. That's just a stone cold fact.
What did you like? I saw the most of the Oscars last night. What did you think about the hostless nature of it?
I thought it was great. I thought it kept things moving.
How did they do it? And what was the total runtime?
They just
voiceover. There's a person behind.
They just kept introducing people. Yeah, they would have people go up and do it, and they do their thing, and then they leave. The next people would go up, they do their thing, and they leave. It was great.
Was it voice of God, Don LaFontaine?
And a woman. It was a woman's voice.
We all know that
Elizabeth
that
Holmes
possibly be God.
Also, it's interesting because Trevor Noah had come out to present an award, and I got the sense that he was auditioning for next year or something.
So you said he was funny.
He was funny. Yeah. It was actually the funniest. He made a funny Mel Gibson joke.
Mm-hmm.
He made a I don't know. It was actually not bad. It was clever.
Yeah.
It made me laugh anyway. It made me laugh more than any episode of The Daily Show has ever made me laugh. So
did you like the commercial by Ridley Scott? I thought that was really something.
I was shocked. I was like, first off, I was like, why is Ridley Scott making a commercial? And then I was like, what is this commercial for? And it gets to the end and it's for Hennessy.
Yeah. So,
Ridley Scott making a commercial for Hennessy.
Yeah,
is that a conflict with the Blade Runner
Johnny Walker?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not sure. I have to look into it if
Hennessy
they're all owned by
same?
Diageo or not. Diageo owns Johnny Walker. So that's a very good question. But they do that because what's his name who directed Silver Linings Playbook? And
David O. Russell.
Yes, David O. Russell. He directed Kettle One vodka commercials. I mean, if you pay him enough, they'll do it.
Well, I mean, what's his name? Fincher's always making commercials still.
Yeah. And I was going to say my other thought was Olivia Colman.
Winning. That was I would say the biggest surprise of the night because everyone had that penciled in for Glenn Close. She'd won all the awards.
I'd never even heard of this movie. I thought it was a TV. Well, I thought it was like I'm thinking of Damages.
Well, this is why I think Olivia Colman won is because more people. I mean, it's not like The Favorite was an enormous hit at the box office, but more people saw that than The Wife.
I saw the only clip I saw was during the Oscars. And I said, "Oh my gosh, Christian Slater's in this movie."
Exactly, Christian Slater's.
Maybe I'll see it now. Maybe I'll see it. So that was it. But obviously, this is big for going into The Crown season 3.
If we can just get back to Green Book for a second, I am fascinated that for all the jibber jabber about the Academy getting younger. And all of the talk about the increased diversity and all of the anger on the internet about, this old-fashioned, race picture would fit in the 1970s or 80s is getting all the awards buzz. It's still won Best Picture. It's still won Best Picture. And I this is a reminder that A, the internet is not real. B, that there is still a very large chunk of kind of older people, but also it's worth considering that this is also a reflection of the power of the Actors Guild, because if you note, Roma never had any chance in any of the acting categories. As much as everyone liked the story about the indigenous woman who this is her first starring role, nobody was ever going to vote for her. But Green Book had a bunch of solid performances. It had Mahershala Ali, who won his award.
He's very good.
Viggo Mortensen was not nominated, but everyone
wasn't even nominated
loves him.
for Best Supporting Actor.
Best Actor. He would have been Best Actor. Yeah. It wasn't even nominated, but everyone loves him in that performance. So it is a reminder that actors love acting. Actors love like the movies that have good showcases for actors. So
I thought it was a very sweet, poignant movie, even though I didn't pick it in my Oscar draft. So I was very happy for Green Book. Any other Oscar thoughts?
Yeah, there's a lot of Green Book hate going on right now, as if it's a travesty. But look, I would not. I am happy to say I did not see Green Book. I merely picked it. Did I say that I picked Green Book? I merely picked it.
I think I didn't see Roma.
But I'm sorry. What is the travesty? What is the clear 100% so much better the Green Book that 10 years from now we're going to look back on this other movie. This is not Dunkirk.
I made this point last night that I'm not angry about this because there's no movie in the field that I wanted to win. There's no movie that I was like, this is definitely the best picture of the year, and if anything else wins, it's a travesty. You know, like with Dunkirk or with The Arrival or with any number of films from previous years. I'm used to being angry about my movies losing, but this year I couldn't be angry because I didn't really care if any of these movies won. I probably liked A Star Is Born better than the rest of them. I liked Vice. I liked Roma, but I liked The Favorite. But none of these movies I loved. I don't think a single film from the list of nominees made my top 10 last year. I'd have to go check again, but I'm pretty sure none of those movies made my top 10 because they're all just kind of fine.
So here is the thing I keep seeing is that this is the worst winner since Crash.
Oh yeah, Crash has been coming up.
So Crash was awarded Best Picture in 2006. And do either of you fellows remember what the truly great movie of 2006 was, that it was such a travesty that Crash beat?
Brokeback Mountain.
No,
which is just
that's what everyone says.
But except that Brokeback Mountain is not like none. When you go look at the other nominees, are Brokeback Mountain, Capote, Good Night and Good Luck, and Munich. Munich is lesser Spielberg.
Yeah,
good, but lesser Spielberg.
Munich is my favorite of those films.
Of those films, Munich is your favorite. But
none of these are movies
that anybody ever goes back
that wasn't
and
that exciting.
Right, it was a bad year. You look back, none of these movies is classic. Now, and even if you look at the rest of the things that were out that year, it's like Walk the Line. Nobody goes back and looks at Walk the Line anymore.
Speaking of the Johnny Cash movie,
speaking of the Johnny Cash movie, North Country,
North Country.
I don't even remember what North
The
Country
Constant Gardener, A History of Violence. These are all
History of Violence. Speaking of
The
Vigo.
Squid and the Whale, Match Point. Oh, these are the movies of 2006, and it is another year where you could say that Crash was a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie.
It is.
But you know what? All of those movies are terrible movies.
I
the same
still
this
can't.
year, except for Black Panther. Black Panther's legitimately great movie.
Black Panther was like the third best Marvel movie released this year.
Yeah.
After it depends on if we want to consider in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but
I was very excited that they won. I thought they should win, and they won, so that worked out well, so many people.
They won.
I was surprised actually that Spider-Verse beat out Incredibles 2.
I'm not. I wasn't. That looked like
else.
I just thought
the money that Incredibles 2 did.
It did a quiet $600 million. Yeah. I mean, this movie has grossed 1.2 or 1.33 billion around the world, and it is a very quiet 1.2 or 1.3 billion. And part of me wonders how much of that has to do with Pixar hunkering down because of Lasseter and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah. So anyway, I think, are we all done here?
Yeah, I was the only thing that I was confused by was at the end when they had the best director announcement and Guillermo del Toro comes out. I said, wait, didn't he just direct Roma?
I'm sure it's fine.